The Ministry of Planning and Development, through the Town and Country Planning Division, alongside the municipalities and other agencies of government, endeavors to ensure that relevant matters pertaining to unauthorized development are brought to the attention of the agencies holding the authority in law to intervene and take appropriate action. Specifically, the TCPD has undertaken the following measures to regulate and monitor building practices in an effort to minimize flooding within communities in collaboration with other regulatory and advisory agencies. These measures include: 1. Constant review and updating land use policies, site development standards, and spatial planning guidelines. These, once approved, are published on the website of the TCPD and are made available to members of the public. They provide guidelines to applicants and prospective developers, who are then able to propose development that are approvable, undertaking responsibly and sustainably and consistent with land use planning policy and relevant site development standards. The guidelines also designate and protect areas which are unsuitable for development and susceptible to natural disasters such as flooding. 2, the TCPD is currently preparing specific guidelines related to the undertaking of development in flood-prone areas and on hillsides, and the provision of advice regarding adaptation and mitigation measures related to the impacts of climate change. To this end, the TCPD has been incorporating requirements outlined in the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards Guide to Design and Construction of Small Buildings. Where development is proposed near to major watercourses, the advice of the Drainage Division of the Ministry of Works and Transport is sought to determine appropriate building line setbacks, distance from the respective rivers, and measures for minimizing or preventing flooding. 4, further to the TCPD collaborates with other relevant agencies and organizations in the development approval process. These include the Drainage Division of the Ministry of Works and Transport, the EMA, the IMA, WASA, ODPM, and the University of the West Indies. The online development application process, known as Develop TT, was introduced inter alia to provide a secure and transparent mechanism whereby all agencies involved in the construction permitting process can communicate and coordinate activities as it would relate to any individual application for planning permission. 5, applications that have been approved by the TCPD are forwarded to the relevant municipal corporations for its processing. These developments cannot be implemented without the prior approval of the municipal corporation. To ensure the corporations are also aware of proposed developments that have been refused planning permission by the TCPD, these refusals are also forwarded to the relevant corporations. 6, and last, enforcement against unauthorized development. If development occurs without the benefit of planning approvals or in contradiction to a planning approval, the minister is empowered to undertake enforcement action to control the development of land and has been doing so through the issuance of enforcement notices. The issuance of enforcement notices premised on relevant research, site visits, and parameters based on Town and Country Planning Act, that is Chapter 3501, is ongoing and it's a daily operation. All matters for which enforcement notices are issued and for which there have been non-compliance to the steps required to be taken as outlined in the notice are dealt with at the respective magistrates' court within the area which the subject site is located. Thank you.